Good morning, everybody. Welcome to an episode 19 of Let's Draw on Something. I'm your host, Craig L. Smith II, born and raised out of 773, relocated to the 901, and currently suffering in the 256. I'm joined with my co-host, Jimmy JSmoove, born and raised out of the 901, representing, and now he represents 832. Y'all know how he do. If y'all don't, y'all better check out his page so y'all know where to finally get a clue. Today, we're going to do some early college football predictions. We're going to do some talk about what we expect will be our surprise teams and whatnot. And I apologize again if we do be doing some stumbling and bumbling. We gathering our notes and everything because this is more like because I failed to do my homework on prepping for the show, but we're going to do it on the fly. We also going to talk about college football coaches that we cannot stand and why. We got some viewer feedback from about last week's show, and then a couple other viewer questions and stuff, and so much more. So without further ado, what's going on, Jimmy JSmoove?
Oh man, this your boy live and direct and all in the flesh, man. So yeah, man, we're gonna get on these whole ass football coaches we don't know we really hate, because sometimes these whole ass football coaches we hate them for different reasons, you know. So without further ado, man, what we gonna start off with?
Well, what you just said. So since you started off, we're gonna do college. We're gonna talk about college football coaches we can't stand first of all before we get into the preview. And folks, Jimmy JSmoove, I believe he has. You got one in mind that you don't like, Jimmy, or is it a couple others that you can't stand?
I might have quite a few, but I know Ed Orgeron is at the top of that whole ass list.
There you go, right there. Because hold on now, Jimmy JSmoove has been having some long-standing heat. I don't know if it's personal or as a fan with Ed Orgeron. So all you LSU fans, I mean, hey, we love the program and stuff like that. But Jimmy JSmoove is going to tell us why does he have heat with Ed Orgeron.
Well, first of all, Ed Orgeron ran. The first reason why I hate Ed Orgeron is one, Ed Orgeron ran Ole Miss, aka Old Piss in the ground. This dude has had top 15 recruiting classes throughout his entire tenure at Ole Miss and didn't do a damn thing with any of the talent that he had. He got Brent Schaeffer, who was pretty highly recruited quarterback that went to Tennessee and didn't do nothing with him. He had future NFL Hall of Famer Patrick Willis, who played for the 49ers, didn't do a motherfucking thing with him.
Who is now retired and is making pretty damn good and is making double. Is making a double and a half of the money he earned in the NFL got his own computer company. Go ahead.
Yeah, by way of Brewston, Tennessee, you know what I'm saying? Represent. Much respect to Pat Willis. He also had, I think his name, Peoria Jerry, I think his name is, that played for the Falcons in the Super Bowl. He had that guy who was a top 15 draft pick. Couldn't do nothing with that team. And then he had, of course, Michael Orr of Briarcrest, who's on the blind side, won a couple of Super Bowls, or I should say been to a couple of Super Bowls, won one. You know, very good guy to meet. I met his biological family. He's a very good guy to meet. He's a very cool, humble guy, contrary to what y'all believe about a lot of big guys who's 6'5", 346 pounds. Very nice guy. Michael Orr is, you know what I'm saying? You get a pleasure to meet him. You know, he's a very receptive person. So he had all this talent at Ole Miss and didn't do a fucking thing with that talent. Then on top of that, he was a dick of a coach, for lack of a better term. And
okay, do you think? Let me stop you right there. Do you think he's still much of a dick as a coach now as he was back then?
Well, he probably is, but if he's the same way that he was and not producing, because the dude didn't produce. He's a good recruiter. I'll give a guy credit, no matter how much I hate a guy. I'll give a guy credit if he's putting in work. But one thing about this dude is he's a dick and he can't produce. You know what I'm saying? If you a dick, you got to be able to produce, and he hasn't done that. The only reason why he's doing good at LSU is because LSU is pretty much a ready-made program at this point. Les Miles and Nick Saban already built the foundation at LSU, even though they fired Les Miles. But just because they fired a coach don't mean a foundation wasn't built. So he already had a ready-made foundation already from the jump. So there's advantages to having a ready-made foundation there. So if LSU goes down, it's going to be all Ed Orgeron's fault. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the second reason why I hate him, because my friend named Dante Reed, you know what I'm saying? And we was pretty cool for the most part in high school. You know, we had our moments, hang-ups, you know, but that's still my brother from Oak Haven High School. That's still my brother from the struggle. And I will never let another man disrespect that man, because like Jay Prince say out here, that's family right there. So Dante was going to be the starting linebacker at Ole Miss. You know, he moved up. He was a walk-on at Ole Miss, you know, after being all Shelby Metro in Memphis at Oak Haven High School. Starting running back, ran for 1,000 yards 2 straight years, led the team in interceptions 3 of the 4 years. Let me close the door real fast. Hold on.
All right.
Yeah, he led the team in interceptions 3 of the 4 years that he played. He was a starter for all 4 years in high school. And Dante Reed had his faults, but Dante Reed was going to be the starting linebacker his sophomore year. What ended up happening was Ed Orgeron put his hands on Dante. This is verifiable. My homeboy Josh Maples, who's on Facebook, shout out to him. Congratulations to his marriage. Much respect to him. He verified this, why Dante left Ole Miss. Well, Ed Orgeron put his hands on him, and he found out how Lake Point, you know, what they called at the time, this was Lake Point Apartments. So he a Lake Point brother. You don't put your hands on a Lake Point brother either, unless you about to knock him out or you about to pull a gun out on that dude. You know what I'm saying? And everybody
Chicago.
Say what now?
Same can be said as me being from the Chi. You know, because let me confirm something. I was born on the west side of Chicago and moved to the south side. So I got 2 different sides from me in me, and then turn around and move to South Memphis. That's what I tell people. Which side of me you want?
Yeah, but him being a Lake Point kid, you know, Dante at very best is a shit talker. He's not gonna put his hands on you. From what I know about him, I've been knowing him pretty much since middle school.
Right.
But Ed Orgeron put his hands on Dante, and Dante beat the shit out of Ed Orgeron. You know what I'm saying? And not Ed Orgeron, but Dante got kicked off the Ole Miss football team. You know, the board removed him, so he ended up going to Memphis State, and his career didn't work out as well. I thought he could have been the starter at Memphis State, because some of the people that was linebackers at Memphis, I don't think they were good as Dante. You know what I'm saying? For a kid to go to an SEC school and move up number 1 on the depth chart and about to be a starting linebacker. And then, you know, with Dante, he started out as a safety at Oak Haven. And then going to Ole Miss, he was only 189 pounds. And then when he went to Ole Miss, he ballooned up to 230. And he was going to start with Patrick Willis at Ole Miss. I think he was going to be the outside linebacker. Pat was going to be the middle line. Patrick Willis going to be the middle linebacker. So that was going to be a motherfucker of a combination, because I'm gonna tell you what I know. And, you know, I know a lot of things and some things I don't know. But what I do know for sure is Dante would have been in the NFL right now if it hadn't been for bitch ass, bucket head ass, big fat penguin body ass, letter O body ass, and capital O body ass Ed Orgeron. He would have been in the NFL if that incident hadn't took place.
Let me do some crew.
And fuck Ed Orgeron. fuck his mama, fuck his daddy, fuck his aunties, uncles, and great granny. Fuck that motherfucker. I don't like that bitch, and I never will like that bitch, because regardless of how I feel, how we had our differences, but I wanted to see that boy go to the NFL, and I knew that boy would have went to the NFL if Ed Orgeron, penguin looking ass, goddamn overweight Riddler looking ass would put his goddamn hands on that motherfucker. That I'll never like that bitch, and I never will like that big six head ass motherfucker.
Damn. Okay. Well, let me ask you this: has your opinion changed about him now? Because I kind of agree with some of the things you did say that it has been documented is true, because he did say in the interview that as a coach, he had his head up his ass a little bit, way too far, a little bit, in a manner of speaking. Now he did. I give him props for admitting that. I ain't saying I don't like the dude, but for those reasons there, I can agree with you on. But the one thing that I don't like what Ed Orgeron did when he fired Matt Canada, who's now at the University of Maryland as Maryland's offensive coordinator, when he basically changed Matt Canada's game plan against Alabama. And Matt Canada made a statement by saying, we got people that's above me that has a defensive background want to tell me what to run offensively. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel him on that, because in my opinion, I think coaches need to learn how to break out of their ways. And I'm gonna veil my and I know we're gonna flip-flop a little bit, because you put your person at the top of the list. I'm gonna give you who my scumbag is in a minute. I feel, as football coaches, you don't go around and fuck around and change a set game plan. And then when that game plan is all fucked up, the coach want to blame the offensive coordinator. Basically he want to put the heat on the offensive coordinator when the offensive coordinator came over the game with a damn good game plan. The offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, whatever. But I feel, I kind of feel Matt Canada did get there. Now, granted, I'm gonna put it like this: LSU's defense, Dave Aranda, who's a damn good defensive coordinator, man. I mean, he did some things that LSU defense was damn good. So you ain't gonna get no. And I don't know, Jimmy, if you saw any of LSU's games. I ain't taking nothing away from the cat, because the dude turned Wisconsin's defense around when he was there. Because I've never seen him run a 3-4 defense like that, which is second to Nick Saban's 3-4 nickel. But Canada should have learned something. Orgeron got back at his ass and told me and gave him a fuck you. Like, okay, bye. Something, I agree with how Orgeron handled that shit, but when you look at it like this, Jimmy, hey, the truth hurts. Shit stink, truth hurt. I mean, he shouldn't have never fucked around with Matt Canada's game plan. Like he said, hey, I'm getting paid all this money. You tell me, let me run off, you come up with the game plan for the offense, and then you're going to turn around and tell me what I need to run, what I think we should run? No. So what happened in the LSU Bama game? They lost. So, I give it to him, and then when you look at it, like you said, so he promoted the tight ends and quarterback coach back to as offensive coordinator. So, and now if you look at LSU's passing, and I sent you the Athlon link. Let's see.
Yeah, I sent it, and there was a lot of confusion. For a coach to change so many offensive coordinators, it ain't but one or two things with that.
Coach have too much input.
One, or he's a good coach or he's a bad coach. That explains about a coach. Because sometimes if you have a whole bunch of guys that's different offensive coordinators, sometimes they may get a coaching buzz. And hey, it's time for them to go. If you get that coaching call, time for you to go. But it could be a bad thing if you constantly switching offensive coordinators every other year, because when you switch a lot of offensive coordinator, when you switch a lot of offensive coordinators, that means your team don't have an identity in terms of their offensive identity. Same thing with defense. If you see a coach saying changing a defensive coordinator, he go from cover 2 to 3-4 defense to 46 defense to base
4-2-5.
4-2-5, 4-2 eagle, whatever. That means that defense does not have an identity. They're changing. They changing up their defense every as quick as you change your draws. That means that team does not have a fucking identity.
Right. Okay. Now looking at this here, because Ogeron took over last year, right? In 2017 season, right? Okay. Now, folks, we finna break down the Les Miles years. Okay, from 2010 to 2016. 2010, passing down rank was 74th in the nation. Offensive coordinator, the quarterback then was Gary Crowton, his offensive coordinator. Sorry ass Jordan Jefferson, I ain't gonna get in detail on him, and he was sorry as a motherfucker. And he admitted he wasn't trying to learn the playbook. He just wanted to do what the fuck he wanted to do. He admitted that. The quarterbacks were Jordan Jefferson and Jared Lee in 2010. Okay, the 2011 season, the offensive coordinator was a guy by the name of Greg Sturrower, and the quarterbacks were Jared Lee and Jordan Jefferson. Passing down rank, get this, second. That was a hell of an improvement from that previous year, right or wrong.
Right.
Okay, 2012. Okay, same offensive coordinator. Now, Les Miles had input in this shit. Zach Mettenberger was the quarterback. In the 2012 season, from the 2011 season, they were second in passing down rank, and they dipped down 44 spots down to 46 that year.
Yeah.
Okay. So with Les having that input on it, old boy was told it was given his walk papers and went on about it. Okay. 2013, Cam Cameron came on the board. Same quarterback, Zach Mettenberger. Passing down offense went 6th that year. That's a 40-spot improvement. 2014 season, he had Anthony Jennings. Les Miles had Anthony Jennings as quarterback. Cam Cameron was offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Passing down offense ranked 48th. Again, Les Miles had input on it. 2015, Cam Cameron was the offensive coordinator. Brandon Harris was the quarterback. And that didn't pan out too well because I'm going to tell you something. They had Wisconsin beat in that opening game, and Les Miles fucked up and changed the game plan. And I think that game did him in as a coach. That game did him in as a coach.
Yeah, because that was the first time they lost a non-conference opener in years. So that was one of those.
Because from what I read from about that game, Cam Cameron was pissed off with Les Miles because let's change the fucking game plan on when they had Wisconsin beat. That's when they had Fournette, by the way. Their passing down ranking in the 2015 season went from 48th to 27th. Okay.
Yeah.
In the 2016 season, he had the current offensive coordinator, Steve Esminger, and the quarterback was, as a coworker of mine called him, Danny Checkdown Charlie Edlin. They went 19th in passing down offense. Okay. And in Ed Ogeron's first year, they had Matt Canada as offensive coordinator with Danny Checkdown Edlin as the quarterback again. Their passing down offense went from 19th to 57th. So, Jimmy, the way I look at it is like this. Your point holds valid because different new offensive coordinators, new offensive identity, new playbooks. You got to fucking memorize.
Yeah.
You also got to follow the fucking quarterbacks. Quarterbacks is really the leaders. And see, anytime when you had guys like Jordan Jefferson who admitted he wasn't trying to learn the playbook, he wanted to do he wanted to do his thing. He's not a leader. Danny Etling, who all he did was do check down routes when he had guys wide open, he would check it down. He's not a leader. That lets you know right then and there, you know, hey, it's a two-way street on whose fault it is. It's a three-way street on whose fault it is on offense. The coach, the quarterback's coach, the offensive coordinator, and the quarterback. So you got to follow all three on that. So,
but the coach got to put that quarterback in a position to where he's comfortable in. He's got to run a system to where he's comfortable in. That's the thing as well, too. If he's the coach, he's got to know his player because certain players only work well in certain systems. Some guys are read option quarterbacks. Some guys are Air Coryell quarterbacks. Some guys are run and shoot quarterbacks. Some guys are spread offense quarterbacks. Everybody's system of philosophy is totally different. So at the end of the day, he's the coach. He has to make the most adjustments. Yeah, the quarterback is the leader on the field, you know, but you know the coach got to know where his weaknesses is as well. So I fault more of the head coach than anything, you know, because like I said, when you changing up offensive coordinators, that confuse a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Because certain offensive coordinators
went through all the years.
Say what now?
Look at what Alex Smith went through all the years and he was with the 49ers.
Yeah. Yes, and that confuses you. When quarterbacks start getting different offensive coordinators, that confuses them. You got to give them something that's simple and that they're comfortable in. Otherwise, you're gonna have a slow ass quarterback, especially in college, where play calling is needed. You need a good offensive coordinator in college, where in the NFL, you either know the playbook or you fucking don't. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now my coach that I can't stand, even though the dude's offense can put up some points and come up with some pretty good, and he has some pretty good concepts. Bobby Petrino. He's scum.
He's scum.
He's scum. Look at okay. His track record and for him being a scumbag and all about himself, it's fucking impressive. Okay, I'm not applauding it. I'm saying it's impressive because the dude has scum written all over. Because like when he was the Jacksonville Jaguars offensive coordinator and quarterback coach,
right?
Okay, the motherfucker dipped to Auburn without telling Tom Coughlin. Said Tom Coughlin found out about it from his what he said from when he saw it on the news. Said that Jacksonville's offensive coordinator, Bob Petrino, has stepped down to take the Auburn offensive coordinator job. And Tom Coughlin said to this day, don't mention shit to him, don't mention that name around him. Because he was pissed. Then when he went to Auburn, when he was served as Tommy Tuberville's coach, the man was behind the back, under the radar, Jimmy, under the fucking radar, was lobbying to get the Auburn job. Okay. See, there's a lot of shit you know about the man. The man is fucking total scum. Okay. He's fucking total. He's a fucking scumbag. He's out for himself. And I really can't stand coaches like that as a general. You all about yourself. You only give a fuck about you. Hey, what about the player you recruited? You know, the man slick interviewed for the Notre Dame job one year before Brian Kelly got it. Brian Kelly, he another scumbag. But see, and I don't want to talk about him because see, right now he reaping what he sowed. More on that later. But and then the shit he did at Arkansas, dog. And the fact, man, damn, hey, I ain't blame what was the AD name? Jeff Long? I ain't blame that man for firing that man and then told how he fucking felt. And when he said, if he had been up front with me, he could have had his job, but instead he had to lie. He said, and I can't have liars working for me. And Jeff Long kept it real, dude. And and then the fact was, You decide to ride around at night on a fucking motorcycle. To have your boo thing who working with your ass, who's getting she ain't married now after finding out after her fiance to find out he was sleeping. Petrino was sleeping with her, giving her $20,000 for her wedding and all this other to help out with her wedding and all this shit here and there. You know, he's fucking scum. But then the shit that killed me though, I watched the video on what they said about what one of the guys who used to work for the Atlanta Falcons said when he was the Atlanta Falcons coach. They said when the man would make them, like when they having team dinner, team lunch, basic training. I remember in the Army when I was in basic training, you ate. You couldn't talk to no motherfucking body nothing. See, that was some shit he pulled with some grown ass fucking men. And I still say to this day, if military people, I don't care what it is, you fucking dress out still pulling this shit off with recruits and everything, y'all fucking sorry. You don't tell no grown ass, you don't tell no child, no grown ass man that they can't talk to one another at the fucking table.
Yeah.
So Bobby Petrino, he's my. You thought Ed Ogeron or something, and I found it kind of ironic. The year Lamar Jackson won the Heisman, two scumbag coaches was coaching against one another. LSU and Ed Ogeron and Tommy Tuberville and Tommy Tuberville, Bobby Petrino. I found that kind of ironic.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, man.
So Petrino, man, he earned my he's a total fucking scumbag. And then he lied to his wife about it. Then when you lie to your boss about that shit, that's really the penultimate fucking no-no. You lied to your fucking boss about this shit. And then what made it so bad, like I said, Jeff Long admitted that he was gonna get it, man, a break. He said if he had been upfront with me and honest, he still would have had a job.
Yeah.
So and you can tell Bobby, but I give it to him, man. I mean, Bobby Petrino, hey, he made Lamar Jackson a fucking Heisman Trophy winner. But and then when he was in Louisville his first year, that dude was putting that man, hey, his offense was putting up some points like a motherfucker.
Oh yeah. But
certain guys he hired on the staff and shit, they ain't nothing but a bunch of fucking scumbags himself. Like the defensive coordinator, he's scum. Todd Grantham or something like that. He a fucking scumbag and shit like that. Now another coach, man, you might not want to agree with me. I can't stand him because of this. I'm gonna tell you the reason why I can't stand him. Mark Richt.
Oh yeah.
I mean, now don't get me wrong. Hold on, wait a minute. Now don't get me wrong. I like Mark, the person, but and then when he went back to Miami, I like what he did with Miami, but when he was in Georgia, man, there was no fucking excuse for some of them Georgia teams to not make it to at least a BCS championship game. Matter of fact, he really, in his tenure, that man had about at least that 2007 season. It was 2 years, the 2006 to 2007 season. They were supposed to have won the national title. So I don't know what the fuck happened, man. Because it just seemed like every year he played Florida, man. Every year he played Florida, they didn't do shit. I mean, I mean, and Georgia fans are getting tired of this shit. Yeah, you winning 12-year games, 13 games. Come on, bring the real breadwinner. Bring the real breadwinner, the BCS national championship. And all them years that he was at Georgia, all the recruiting classes that he had. You mean to tell me you could not fucking produce not at least give or take 3 national champions? So, Georgia had every right to let his ass go. And then he was being cheap as hell with the athletic department because they say their athletic facilities wasn't about shit. That all changed when Kirby got there though.
Yeah, and not only that with Georgia, the way he did DJ Shockey at Georgia as well.
Oh God.
he did DJ Shockey wrong. There was no way David Green was supposed to start over DJ Shockey. There was times where I seen games where DJ Shockey would have Georgia winning, and he would pull DJ Shockey out of the game and put David Green in, and they lost. It was like one year when they played Florida. DJ Shockey had Georgia come all the way back against Florida, and then he put David Green back in, and they lost the fucking game. You know what I'm saying? So the way he did DJ Shockey, I'm with you on that one.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna give him credit, man. What's old boy David Pollock? That one, when he played with, now he on ESPN. Now you know he had to call it a quiz because of his neck. Because that man, when he played in his rookie year with Cincinnati, he was on the verge of winning Defensive Rookie of the Year. So he fucked up his neck. That man, now I give it to him on that. The motherfucker was scared of David Pollock, man. And I mean to jump off on you with you on that. Now, I give it to him. He did have some good ass quarterbacks. DJ Shockley. I'm putting David Green down the bottom of the list. Matthew Stafford. He has some good running backs. No Sean Moreno.
Yeah.
Nick Chubb when he was there until Kirby took over. I'm trying to think of the wide receivers he had. AJ Green. The man has some good ass fucking talent.
Now, you know what they call no Sean when he fuck up, no show.
Oh, he don't. Well, they call him right, no show Moreno. Because and another thing I give Mark Rick credit for, the Shadow Cross one, he made Charlie Ward he turned Charlie Ward to a beast when he was there for the state. Because I think he made it clear to Bobby Bowden he didn't want Bobby fucking with his offense. Because I mean, Florida State, I think they were the first. And Charlie Ward said to himself, he said he said to him, and then around his time, Mark Richt made the tight end part of the offensive game. I get that because you never all the years when Mark Richt was there at Georgia, all his quarterbacks were his quarterbacks were the least sacked in the SEC every year.
They were the what?
They had the least sacked quarterbacks in the SEC every year. They had a damn good offensive line. I mean, Shockley never got sacked a lot. Stafford got sacked a lot, but I will take it back. When David Green got in, I think the offensive line was sending the message. They didn't like that motherfucker. So, and then you look at it now. Look at what Georgia got now. Jim Clemens, I think the offensive coordinator is now. Some parts of the offensive line use a lot of work, but Georgia's bread and butter is Mark Richt's bread and butter was used to run to set up the pass. Kirby flipped the script on it, used the pass to set up the run. So yeah, I agree with you there, and I'm glad you agreed with me about the Mark Richt issue because there was no fucking way in the world in all the years he was at Georgia, he couldn't have produced at least 2 national champions. Could have at least produced 2 or 3 national championship teams. Yeah. I mean, and then with stellar recruiting class, good offensive mind. You had damn good defenses every year, damn good offenses every year. But yeah, the knock on him was not only with the championship, but the way he did DJ Shockley and shit like that. And when he basically flipped the script when the question was asked about why is it that you keep removing Shockley and putting David Green in, he talked about something else. And he would just piss reporters off on purpose. Interviews and reporters off on purpose.
Yeah,
but go ahead.
I think with Shockey, they could have had at least a national championship. Now, when he came in as a 5th-year senior, they were very close to they were in the national title picture, but they didn't. They lost that one game, and it kind of bumped them out of the championship. Picture, but they could have did a lot, man, with Shockey in the last year. You know what I'm saying? I think if they had allowed him to be a 4-year starter, they might have got a championship with Shockey.
Mm-hmm. And then what he did in Miami, though, man, big shout out to my roadie, Monica Malone, because she likes Miami too. And trying to tell her, sometimes she like to flip-flop her opinion about Brad Kai and shit. I just said, well, because that's by Felicia's son. Angela means that's it. That's his son. That's her son. Brad, man, he got a little bit under Mark Richt. He got a little bit better. I mean, he got better, but then there were times, man, in big time games, Brad was being back to the Al Golden year, the Al Golden seat, the Al Golden Brad Kite. Didn't know what the fuck he was doing. So I mean, I give it to him on that. And then I'm gonna tell you who really fucked him up with Wisconsin. When Wisconsin went to their home, basically the Orange Bowl, and whooped their ass, Brad Kite got exposed, Jack. So I mean, he produced some quarterbacks, but I think the only blemish for him in that Miami run was Brad Kite. Now, granted, he did work on the run game. The run game changed a lot now. I mean, run game, the wide receivers, they were getting their yards and defense and everything. See, he stuck in the basic Miami 4-3. Defense improved a lot. Offensive line, they improved. Because he recruited some straight up fat boys and some horses for that offensive line. The running game improved, but the knock on him with his Miami year was that quarterback play. So I'm hoping Rick can show me something in year 2, but he earns my second most disliked coach on that list.
Yeah.
Do you got one?
Oh man, not off the top of my head, it's shit like that. But you definitely put some with Mark Richt, man. And I respect Mark Richt as a coach, but still, you know, the way he did DJ Shockey, that was some fuck shit he did at Georgia with him, because he could have had better teams at Georgia had he gave Shockey the opportunity instead of waiting until he stay 5 years in college to give him an opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm looking here, man, with this college football preview. They're saying right now that the most loaded team there is right now in the nation is Ohio State. Because check this out. Ohio State plays in a loaded division in the Big Ten. They face TCU for the first time in Texas. And they still have a good chance of anyone to run the table 2018. This roster is absolutely loaded. And this is from what's the old boy name? Bill Conley. Bill Conley from SB Nation. His preview. He said, second, Urban Meyer's Buckeyes have established blue chip backups from every known star, from running back to defensive coordinator, and 4-star sophomores for every hole in the lineup. 3, quarterback Dwayne Haskins takes over for JT Barrett, which could mean trading a little run efficiency for a little passing upside. Haskins inherits a crazy good supporting cast with running backs J.K. Dobbins and Mike Weber. Every receiver aligned with at least a couple of all big guys, and offensive coordinator Kevin Wilson, et cetera, et cetera. But they said the main knock on them, said defense has holes to fill in linebacker and safety, and a whole lot of potential stars in the making. Bro, that's fucking scary.
Yeah.
Okay, but see, never count Urban Meyer out, man. I mean, because I mean, this dude won a national title with a third-string quarterback. He beat Bama.
Yeah.
Well, maybe let me put that back. Lane Kiffin helped Ohio State beat Bama that year, called the same fucking jet sweep plays.
Yeah.
So, but Ohio State is too fucking scary right now, man. And they predicting them to finish 10-2. They ain't finishing the they is not. I'm telling you this right here for any Ohio State fans that's listening. Ohio State ain't finishing no 10-2. They're gonna finish at least with 1 loss. And that's to my boy James Franklin.
Yeah.
Because I mean James Franklin's team, he reloaded too. So
he did a good job recruiting as well. I'm proud of James Franklin.
Oh yeah. And then they said that your boy Dino Barbers. They said Syracuse must finish strong for a change. And dude got a 130 team preview on here. What caught my eye though, he said don't assume that Bobby Petrino's offense will fall apart without Lamar Jackson. He right though, because the only change is a quarterback, because he got everybody coming back.
Yeah, but are they going to be able to compete in the ACC? Is going to be the question with Louisville, because ever since they came to the ACC, they done their work here and there, but it seemed like when they go up against Florida schools or the higher tier of the ACC, like Clemson, they get a little shaky there. You know what I'm saying? You know, granted that Lamar Jackson had a classic game versus Florida State, but he'll beat Florida State, then come back and get blown out by Miami. He'll beat Miami and then come back and get beat up by Georgia Tech or somebody. So
Okay, now here's the knock on them, because they said dude said that he predicted them to finish 7-5, and said 5 key points about Louisville, and he put the emphasis on the word replacing in this sentence. There is no truly replacing quarterback Lamar Jackson, the best player in Louisville history. And said, however, Petrino appears to have pieces on offense, from quarterback Jawan Pass to a trio of awesome receivers. The offense might be really good again, but the defense might be really bad again. Petrino's on his third defensive coordinator in 3 years, and Brian Van Gorder has to break in a new secondary. And said, for that matter, the defense needs to find some new playmakers in the front seven, too. Last year's defense collapsed compared to his 2016 form, but this year might not see a rebound. And said the Cardinals are still going to have a chance. 7 games are projected within 8 points, and Louisville is favored in 9 games overall.
wow.
But then it said it's funny that you meant, and see, your point got brought up in this. And it said something about, he said 2 different stories percolated through his timeline in late July. Former Louisville quarterback Lamar Jackson is impressing the Ravens, who are saying he's further along than they thought he'd be. To those who have been on the quote-unquote Jackson's pro conversion will be fine bandwagon, the response is obvious. Duh. He's been in the offense that uses pro-style concepts. Okay, and I said on here, I give Bobby Petrino credit because he runs the best damn good pro-style offense there is. But then they said, and then the author said that without Jackson, Louisville has been picked 5th in the ACC Atlantic Division with 0 ACC title votes. The Cardinal was the second best team in 2017, despite wholesale turnover and what we'll call a shaky defensive coordinator hire. And now with decent continuity, but then put in quotes, but a change behind center, the Cardinals are predicted to fall into, at quote unquote best, the middle of the pack. You said it right there, Jimmy. You said it right there.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
And then it said, anytime a team loses such a definitive player, it's hard to know what to expect. Oh no, Oklahoma State fell apart. Barry Sanders left. Auburn did for a couple years after Cam Newton left. And Florida still hasn't had a particularly good offense since Tim Tebow left. That's true. And Texas A&M got a little, quote in the tailors, little worse after Johnny Manziel left, but didn't fall apart. The same goes for Navy post Keenan Reynolds. Maybe Florida State sends Jameis Winston too. And everything's fine. Baylor kept posting ridiculous numbers in Robert Griffin III's absence. Well, not last year. Texas and Wisconsin did fine after losing bell cow backs Ricky Williams and Ron Dane, and Melvin Gordon, Monty Ball, and 17 other guys, respectively. And Missouri won 18 games in 2 years after Chase Daniel left. If the program is healthy, it will survive the loss of a star. That's true.
Yeah, I agree.
That's true. But then they said he got the new defensive coordinator. Very much did not take, because said the last one he had was Peter Sermon. He didn't make it. So what they're saying right now, they got a trio of running backs in Dave Williams, Trey Smith, and Colin Wilson, who combined to average 6.6 yards per carry in backup roles. And each running back is at least 6 feet, 220 pounds. And then he said last year's top 3 receivers, each of whom averaged at least 9.1 yards per target with at least a 50% success rate in 2017. So, honestly, man, I think Louisville finna do fine.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go as far as to say they're going to win 7 games. They'll probably win 8, but they'll win at least 8. but it's just all about a quarterback play. So, let's see. Now here's a coach, Jimmy. You probably might end the show right here and there. That'll shock me because of play call reasons. And even though their offenses have produced, and even though his offenses have been producing some steadily good numbers since he's been there for 2 years, but he drives people insane with the 2-minute drill in some games.
Yeah. Who is that?
Mike Norvell from Memphis.
Oh yeah.
I like him as a coach, but I don't like him as a coach. And Memphis fans, here's why. You guys can have a 56-15 lead in the final 2 minutes, and Memphis will still barely win. He's still got a lot of growing up to do coach-wise.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, if this was Justin Fuente still leading, and if Memphis had a 56-15 lead, the final will still be 56-15. It won't be no 56-53. He's too fucking conservative, and he shit. And in fact, that primetime game against UCLA last year, when the defense exposed Josh Rosen,
yeah,
and he damn near gave it away in the final minute, he had Memphis fans pissed off. He even had me pissed off, and I'm not a Memphis Tiger fan. He had me pissed off. It's like, what is you doing?
Yeah, and
what the fuck is you doing? And you gonna tell the coordinator to keep running, defense coordinator keep running prevent on UCLA? Did you not watch? And I'm screaming. And Jimmy, we talked about it on one time, I think a year ago, on your Jimmy JSmoove Network podcast.
Yes, sir.
He had me fucking literally screaming at the TV. What the fuck is you doing calling prevent on UCLA? What is you doing calling blitz on UCLA on every fucking play? Call straight man coverage. Disguise that shit. Josh Rosen cannot, which I give to him. Josh Rosen, pound for pound, was the best clutch quarterback in college football that year. But his fucking attitude isn't clutch. His brain ain't clutch when it comes to his attitude off the field. But Mike Norvell had me fucking literally screaming at the TV. What the fuck is you doing, dude?
Yeah.
You do not call against a team like UCLA. You do not call prevent defense on their ass. Texas A&M, John Chavis had the right idea. He called man, and then he slicked around. He called blitz on every doggone play. It worked for a minute, but what happened? They lost the game. They had the game won, and they lost. Norvell is just too fucking consistent. Consistent. He's too fucking conservative on a lot of shit.
Yeah.
And that shit just irked the hell out of me last year, man. And granted, they did win a bowl game. They did whoop some ass in that bowl game. But Norvell has some serious growing up to do in the coaching ranks. And I think year 3, I hope he learned his lesson. I hope he has grown up some. So, I mean, but God, man, I'm like, dude, you damn near blew the fucking game.
Yeah, and Mike Norvell, he made the right decision by staying at the University of Memphis. What he need to do is he need to build his resume at Memphis before he takes a major coaching job. Because if he does that shit at another school, they're gonna fire his ass on the spot.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought for sure, because at first I was like, Mike Norvell ain't leaving. And then Corey Wolf laced me with some game talking about, well, he is from Arkansas. So I'm like, okay, he might leave, but he didn't. And I can respect that. But he needs to build his resume while he's there. Just build your resume. I say stay there about at least 5 more years. 10.
Fuente did it.
I'm speaking on Fuentes. Yeah, Fuentes need to stay there for a good minute. You know, I know the money is tempting, but Memphis.
Hold up. No, hold on. We talking about Norvell, but I'm saying Fuente did it to build his resume, and he went to Virginia Tech.
Yeah, we're
So,
talking about Mike Norvell. That's
but
what
we're talking about
saying.
Norvell. So, and I agree with you. I think Norvell needs to stay 3 more years. Get
Yeah,
some kick-ass players. Get you build, like you said, build some resume. But 2-minute drill, dude, you got to fucking get better, man. You got to fucking grow up. Grow your fucking set of nuts or borrow a set of nuts or something, and stop being fucking too conservative. Shit, that shit getting old. That being too conservative, Luke, can cost you your job.
Yeah, and he's but with Memphis, he got time. His time is on his side. But if he goes to another school and tries that shit, like a Tennessee, they would have been called for his head. And I think he made the right decision staying at Memphis. He need to stay at Memphis as long as the money don't tempt him to leave somewhere else. That's the thing with Norvell. Norvell, got some a little bit good over there at Memphis. Memphis is able to recruit some decent guys. I think they broke the top 100 recruiting team. I think they were the
He
top.
got some studs coming back too now.
Yeah.
Just gonna have to and from what I heard though, they said the D. Well, he has some issues. There's some issues with the probably with the little bit on the offensive line side, like the defensive attack, whatever defense they run, they got to address that. They said secondary looks pretty good. I mean, because I will give Norvell some credit now. Last year the defense did improve. Secondary wise, I just think he need to add some. I think he need to add some heavy hitters. He need to add some heavy hitting hitmen in as far as the linebackers go, because secondary can't do it all. So I think the linebackers is a weakness. Secondary is okay. Defensive line okay. I think mainly outside linebacker, either outside linebacker positions, left or right, they need addressing. I mean, the middle linebacker is okay, but he need to draft for some heavy hitters.
Yeah, I agree. And he's the highest paid guy outside the Power Five. So like I say, Memphis, he need to stay as long as he possibly can. That's my thing. Stay at least 5 more years at minimum, and then if a good coaching thing come calling, then call it. You know what I'm saying? Because the mistake a lot of coaches make, and this is even in college basketballs, they get that big money to go to big schools, and they don't do shit at these big schools.
Mm-hmm.
So build your resume and do your thing, man. That's the way I look at it.
Mm-hmm. I mean that's, and like I said, I don't hate Mike Norvell as the person, but it's just certain things I hate that he does when it comes to that 2-minute drill and shit like that. Now here's a dream match I would love to see in a bowl game: him versus Lane Kiffin.
That'll be good.
Ooh, yeah. Well, we will get into detail about this with the college football preview, but we're gonna have to do our homework on it. I like what Nick Saban said and on some comments though, and I don't understand why fans don't like this dude. I mean, Nick is one of the best coaches there is in college football, bar none. Jim Harbaugh second. I mean, shit. Like Nick told Reese Davis on Steve whatever his name is on Sports Center. He said, I'm 66 years old. He said I quit when my mind tells me to quit. He said, but then he said but see, he said, I'm gonna do it as he said, even though when Nick said that his wife, he said, my wife trying to keep me out of the house. He said, I'll do it as long as my mind tell me, what, fuck it, until I'm ready to settle down. And I seen Nick Saban in person. Dude does not look like he's in his 60s, man. He looks like he's in his 40s.
Yeah.
And I mean, I give it to him. See, I'm gonna tell you why I think the hate on Nick, what the hate on Nick is about. The dude win.
Yeah, I
He
agree.
wins. I mean, look at the staff. Look at the Nick Saban tree. Yeah, he came from the Belichick tree, but let's establish something from Belichick to save from him. Look at the guys that he got right now. Kirby Smart built something in Georgia. Jeremy Pruitt. Jimbo Fisher, who in the fourth game will have the unfortunate task of playing Alabama at Alabama. And that's another coach I don't like because I don't like his, his high demand offensive play calling and responsibilities on this shit. And I discussed that on there. He got fucking Kirby Smart, Jimbo Fisher, Jeremy Pruitt. Who else he got? Will Muschamp, Bo Pelini. I mean, you look at that tree, dude, and it's just fucking impressive. I mean, and then to compare it to the Cleveland '95. If you watch that football, like look at what Bill Belichick had, what all the guys under him that became. Nick Saban became the college football's most successful and winningest coach. Fucking Scott Pioli was an underling under Bill Belichick. Now this man the GM of the Kansas City Chiefs. Thomas Dimitroff was a scout guy. Now he's the GM for the Atlanta Falcons. Steve Lombardi, who I've campaigned. No, Mike Lombardi. I'm thinking about Steve Lombardi. I'm sorry, the wrestler. Mike Lombardi, who I've campaigned a lot for the fact that he should be the 49ers general manager instead of John Lynch.
Yeah.
The man been numerous. The dude went from being scout guy to consultant for a lot of everybody and everything else. I mean, because I'm gonna tell you something, Football Life Cleveland '95, it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Belichick produced a lot of guys. Saban is the most successful out of all of them. I mean, and Saban's coaching tree is fucking impressive. I'll put Lane Kiffin in there too.
Yeah.
Lane Kiffin turned fucking Florida Atlantic around. And I'm gonna say this. I think Florida Atlantic can probably shock the world by winning 11 games. If they go to Oklahoma and beat Oklahoma, enough said. And you had your opinion about Lane Kiffin by calling him Lane Kiffin. Yeah, because Lane Kiffin this ain't the same dickbag Lane Kiffin that was at Tennessee and shit. This Lane Kiffin has grown up.
Yeah.
So he's not lame anymore. He's lame. So, but I mean, shit. But like I said, folks, we'll probably do a part 2 next week because Jimmy and I will have our notes together on this, on the college football things.
Well, here's the thing with Nick Saban's coaching tree. Here's on Nick Saban's coaching tree, according to Wikipedia. Some of this will surprise you. Bobby Williams, Mark D'Antonio.
Mark. That's my boy there, Mark D'Antonio.
Of course, Derek Dooley, Lane Kiffin, Mike Hayward, Jimbo.
Okay, Derek. I mean, cut you off. Derek Dooley is now the offensive coordinator in Missouri.
Yeah. Jimbo Fisher at Florida State, who's already won a national title. Of course, Will Muschamp, Jason Garrett, Jim McElwain, Dan Quinn, Adam Gase, Kirby Smart, Major Applewhite, Mario Cristobal of Oregon, Jeremy Pruitt, and Billy Napier. This is the name of a few that's in his coaching tree.
Now you said a good name there. Now I voiced my opinion about Major Applewhite, but I mean he has some learning he got to do. Mario Cristobal, that's who Willie Taggart wanted. That's who Willie Taggart wanted to bring to him to Florida State. And big shout out to my boy Trey Murphy, man. He's the most, and I'm gonna say this about my boy, man. That's been my friend for 9 years, but sometimes convincing him about some good things about like a Florida State or something who Willie Taggart want to bring in. When I told him about Mario Cristobal, he had a little jaded opinion about him. And then I said, and when I linked it about his track record, and kept talking about, well, I like the man because he was down in Alabama. Okay, well, if I remember correctly, under Mario Cristobal, he been landing damn good recruits and a damn good offensive line. Alabama had the best offensive line through the years under him. And I said, with a Taggart, get this fool to Florida State. Enough said. Like I had to correct him about Colin Kaepernick. He said, "Oh, Colin Kaepernick garbage." When Colin Kaepernick came out of Nevada, he said, "There ain't nobody. Colin Kaepernick garbage." I publicly tagged him. I put it on his wall on his Facebook page, Jimmy. I tagged him about, I said, to anybody that's in the 49ers club of Trey Murphy. He said that y'all soon-to-be starting quarterback is garbage. Watch this game where he beat Kellen Moore and tell me he's garbage. Yeah. And when Murph watched that game when Nevada beat Boise State, who was undefeated, who had the nation's longest winning streak for 3 years, unbeaten streak for 3 years, he hit me back, and I think he said a couple of friends got in there and said, "Damn." It said, and got one of the club members got and said, "You said this dude garbage?" And then my boy Trey said, "I'm convinced." Said, "Yeah, you damn fucking right, convinced." I said, "He gonna get y'all ass to the Super Bowl too." What Colin Kaepernick do, Jimmy?
Got him to the Super Bowl.
Got him to the Super Bowl. I said, "God damn." I basically predicted the 49ers' future right there. Because that dude, he earned my respect when he destroyed fucking Green Bay, when he passed for 300 yards and damn near ran for 200, and Frank Gore had about over 150 yards in the ass. I cried, man. I cried. I said, I can't believe this shit. But Mario Cristobal, man, Eric Willie Taggart wanted to take that man with him, but when Oregon threw them ducats at him, said, no, you stand here. And from what I read about what Mario Cristobal doing right now in Oregon, Oregon about to be scary again, dog. And now you got Chip Kelly, and I know your opinion about him. Now you got Chip Kelly at UCLA. Pac-12 about to be scary again, dog. So I ain't taking nothing away from the Pac-12 because everybody say all the teams from the West Coast don't never have no defense. Shit. Kevin Sumlin taking over Arizona. And I like that little tweet that Khalil Tate said something about when they was about to go after Navy's coach to be the coach. He said, and they brought up something. He said, "Just to be abundantly clear, I didn't come to Arizona to be playing no triple option."
Yeah.
That's what Khalil Tate said. So, I mean, you got to, but when you think about it, though, Pac-12, yeah, they put some points up, but, hey, their defense is hard hitting. I mean, fucking USC got the best damn defensive coordinator is Clancy Pendergast, man. I mean, the dude runs a 5-2 defensive formation, and he mixes it up. Yeah. So I ain't gonna take nothing away from the Pac-12. Yeah, just because they score a lot of points. I think what Herm Edwards did, what he said, he not messing with the offense. He leaving the offense the way it is because, like he said, it's not fair to the offense. On the offensive side of the ball, they got to learn a new offense. He said that's BS to him. And I think, and I'm gonna tell you something. I think Herm Edwards is gonna do pretty well in the college ranks, man, because he said he's been studying on the game for years. He's been on the up and up. I think Herm Edwards is gonna do pretty good in the Pac-12. I think Kevin Sumlin is gonna do pretty good with Arizona with the talent that he has.
Yeah. So with Kevin Sumlin, is not a lot of pressure to do good at Arizona. Unless he just become a complete slaw dog. Now that's a whole nother avenue of slaw dog. But other than that, I think Kevin Sumlin will do great, especially with his offensive philosophy as a head coach. He's gonna do great. And another thing, contrary to what they say about the Pac-12, Pac-12 does play some defense, but a lot the California, because most of the Pac-12 schools recruit in California and Texas. A lot of those guys that they recruit are offensive players, even the defensive players. those are defensive players converting into coming from an offensive, background and stuff like that. So that's
Mm-hmm.
maybe one of the reasons. But USC has known for having good defenses. Those Oregon teams
Mm-hmm.
that was scoring all those points, they had some pretty stellar defense.
Yeah, but now to put it like this, now Jim Levitt, who's now the defensive coordinator, because see, Willie Taylor wanted to bring everybody he had in Oregon with him to Florida State, but he couldn't. So he just adapted. Because they said with Jim Levitt, with him being the defensive coordinator, he said they defense improved from like 146 to like 10. That is a fucking damn good turnaround, man.
Yeah.
And you're gonna laugh your ass off about who the defensive coordinator was the previous year, Brady Hoke.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's a damn good improvement. You go from 146 in total defense to 10th. That's a damn good improvement.
And not just that, like even back in the day with those Arizona teams in the 90s, both Arizona State and Arizona, University of Arizona, those teams were based on defense. Those Washington teams under Don James, which Nick Saban come from that coach, the Don James coaching tree. Those Don James teams at Washington had great defensive teams as well. But the thing is, ever since I'll say probably between the late 90s, the Pac 12 plays zero defenses. Zero defense. I said defenses, but they play zero defense in the Pac 12.
Now I remember back in the day, Arizona had that shit, the Desert Swarm, what's that shit? The Desert Swarm defense. And then when they played Penn State in that kickoff classic, man, they made it so bad. Arizona, I remember that year, Arizona was fifth in the nation. They had the Desert Swarm defense. They had everybody coming back from that team. When Penn State whooped their ass, they season fell to shit.
Yeah. And
Like,
the year before, was that the team that whooped Miami 29 to shit?
yep.
Man.
Yep. The Miami post Erickson year. Yep.
Yep.
Oh yeah. So, but like I said, people, we're gonna do college football episode 20, college football preview part 2. So Jimmy J and I, we will be doing our homework on that. We got some viewer feedback, man. Let me give a big shout out to my girl, Latoya Boundary. She said she enjoyed the show and said she was cracking up on our ass, man. She said she especially cracked up on the one about my top 5 list of people whose ass I wanted to kick. Because she cracked up on the number 1, said she can't stand the dude either, the Carlos guy. So
Yeah.
come to find out, Carlos is no longer a rap agent. He is an international doc agent. So that's a nice little career change right there and there. I guess he got tired of the fight, so he's sitting up in the office, I guess, if you want to call it like that. But said she got to cracking up on that shit, man. She had a blast listening to that shit. So appreciate that, Toy Boundary. And also shout out again to Brittany Carroll, man. She said she enjoyed the show. She enjoyed our advice that she gave us. That we gave her. I stand corrected. So she's handling and she's posting stuff on Facebook. She's happy stuff and everything. She's not acting silly, posting up shit every 3 to 5 minutes. About the loss of son. So hey, she took our advice on that, man. We did have a few little questions though. Couple things. One, this particularly struck me. It's work related. And you there? Jimmy. Uh-oh. I lost Jimmy there. Give him a minute, folks. Whoa, what the fuck?
I'm back.
Okay, hold that thought, man.
Yeah, hold on for a second. I'll be right back. Hold on, just for a
All right.
second.
Holy fucking shit.
What's up? I'm back.
Okay, man, breaking news, dude. Brian Christopher of the Memphis Wrestling USWA Memphis Wrestling fame has died.
Wow. Is that a second ago that just popped up?
Yeah, he's not the only one that wrestles. It says several sources are reporting that Brian Grandmaster Sexay Christopher, aka Brian Lawler, has passed away at the age of 46 after hanging himself. Wow. And
Damn.
also Brickhouse Brown passed away too. The 80s and 1980s and 90s wrestling star Brickhouse Brown has died after a battle with stage 4 prostate cancer at the age of 57. Said Brown's death had been prematurely reported on July 20th and said he wrestled in various promotions including NWA, AWA, and USWA. God damn. And a friend of his, family friend of his by the name of Luke Graham, had confirmed Brown's death from Twitter. And I quote, well, on Facebook, and I quote, I received a call from Miss Vicky this morning. No false finishes, no more swerves, no more kickouts. After a hard fight, he has left us. My heart is filled with sadness and joy since he is pain-free and in the presence of God, but I will miss him. Damn. Wow.
That's shocking, brother.
That's shocking, man. That's past shocking.
Man, I don't know what to say to that, bro. Because that was one of my favorite wrestlers. Especially when him and his daddy, Jerry Lawler, used to get into it.
Yeah.
That shit was classic as hell.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm a miss Grandmaster Sexy, man.
Man. Yeah. He was shit, that man when he was in WWE, that fool made his money.
Oh yeah. Him and Scotty Too Hottie, that was
Yep. And Rikishi.
Oh yeah. Classic
Damn
wrestling.
that. Damn man, we had to damn that man, that shit. Cause I looked at it because I follow this group here on Facebook called the Jabroni Lounge. So they reported on this shit. Damn. So, you know, man, thoughts and prayers to the to Brickhouse Brown's family and the Jerry Lawler. Woo! God damn even.
Yeah.
Damn. Yep. But yeah, man, we had a couple of viewer questions on here.
Go ahead.
All right. Take this one from what's her name? Bev Lewis from Memphis, Tennessee. They said, hello, Craig and Jimmy. I listened to your show one of your past shows a couple of days ago, and you talk about some people that you dealt with at work. Currently, do you guys, and just a random question, she wants to know, have we been around people that work that have some weird habits, work habits?
Haven't been around people that had some work habits.
Weird work habit. Weird. put like weird or fucked up work habits, meaning like safety habits or any habits what they do in general?
All the time. That's nothing new. I mean, I can't point to all the weird work habits that people have around me or weird habits outside of the workhouse. I mean, that's
Yeah.
that comes with the job, I should say.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good question, on her part. I currently work with somebody, man. I'm not gonna say their name. I don't see how this young lady can go. But then it was confirmed as to why this was done. I still feel it's weird to me. This young lady I work with can go a whole shift without no food. Cause man, she'll come back with either water, coffee, monster drink, or whatever. And then on the lunch, she'll go out and smoke or smoke black and mild or something.
Now that's suicide right there.
I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, damn, you don't. And then like, I know one time, like when I asked her, I said, damn, you ain't eat no lunch? She said, no, I can. I said, man, I said, look, ain't no way in the hell that I can make that. I can work 8 hours without putting anything in my stomach besides liquor. But when I talked to a buddy of mine about it, and I told him what she does. He said, yeah, that's kind of like suppressing the appetite. But when that job served lunch last week, like they say, I pay attention too much to folks. Sometimes you have to pay attention to some of the folks you work with when they don't know you are. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, like our job served us a barbecue.
Yeah.
Man, she just had like a piece of chicken, just a little bit of barbecue, and a piece of bread. And then like with the different cakes we had, shit like that, she loaded her plate up with cake. But then the next day, it's just all routine. Like shit, every day, now she'll probably eat something when she get home. I don't know, but ain't no fucking way in the hell matter of fact, I fucking refuse to go 8 hours without putting something in my stomach.
I agree. Totally agree with that.
And I'm sorry. I don't care if it's suppressed appetite or what the fuck ever. I ain't fucking on my metabolism. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if it's a bag of chips or a Pop-Tart, goddamn. I'm putting something in my stomach. But I ain't, I understand the part about with her with the work habits and shit like that. And as far as people like with safety habits go, like Jimmy J said, I can't I can't pinpoint to a time to a person who did some work, unsafe working habits, but we deal with the shit every day. And in case in point, wherever she works at, hell, I ain't saying she worked FedEx, but no matter where she work at, you got some motherfuckers that work in a hospital that perform unsafe shit. So, that's the only weird shit that I've seen. And like Jimmy said, he can't pinpoint to a time about folks displaying some fucked up work habits or whatever. So that's the only weirdest shit I ever seen. The young lady worked with me. All she drinks is water and coffee. And and I know she was joking and she said something about you said something one time about because what was that? I came to work, I had my snacks, I had my cup of water, I had my little full cup of water, because they give us that ice with that shit, that Sonic style ice with the water cooler and shit like that. I had a Rip It, I had a Little Debbie chocolate brownie, and I had me a bag of Doritos. Yeah. That'll give me that'll hold me till 11 o'clock for my lunch. So, honestly, and some other weird shit I've seen. This guy, and that's bad when you got fucking second shift worried about this thing. The dude drinks energy drinks every day. Nikolai Volkov passed away too. God damn, 3 wrestlers passed away on the same fucking day.
Who?
Nikolai Volkov.
Damn.
He was the team with the Iron, the Sheik, the Jimmy JSmoove, Jimmy McGrath, you jabroni. Him. Oh, that's Iron Sheik. That was Iron Sheik's tag team partner, Nikolai Volkov, the Russian.
Yeah.
God damn.
Everything good?
Yeah, that's why I said 3 wrestlers have passed away.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
But
sad.
no, yeah, but no, man, I worked with a guy. Well, never. I worked with him for in a brief period of time. I never could do. All he do is drink energy drinks, and then he have his big ass steel cup full of juice. I'm
Damn.
like, dude, dude, do you drink water? And he'll tell me, well, sometimes I do, but I I like to drink my energy waters and juice. I said, well, I'm gonna tell you something. Your kidney's pissed off at you right now, dog. I said, I ain't trying to wish no ill on you, but your kidney's gotta have water.
I agree.
So I mean that's the only but that them the only habits I have seen. So all right, we got another question. And this comes from who the fuck is this? There's a chick by the name of Sabrina. She said, Jimmy J and Craig said, I recently heard of the July 4th Jimmy JSmoove episode in which Craig aired out what was going on. You guys made a statement on there by saying about that you get tired of women who say, quote unquote, they want to go ahead and get their children out the way early. And Craig, I believe it was either you or Jimmy both said that was selfish. I have to disagree with that because some women don't want to go through the pain. And again, I want to know why is it that you think that is selfish from a woman, from you guys' point of view, and it's for a woman to do it, to be that way. I guess that's and she stopped right there. Well, Sabrina, I already know you made. I'm finna let Jim get his thoughts together on this. We're not finna verbally whoop your ass, okay? We're finna tell you why we said that it's selfish, because it's fucking is selfish. Okay, we just being fucking real about it. It's just like, for example, that if you got a man and you want to have kids, that man, but that man ain't able to get his, but the man able to make his shit stand up, but he ain't got the shit to produce the goods for you to have that baby. What would you do? Would you call him selfish? No, you'll probably leave him. But we say it's selfish because it's the biggest bunch, and Jimmy did say this on that podcast I did with him on July 4th. It's the biggest bunch of cop-out bullshit that can come out of a fucking woman's mouth. They want to go ahead and get them out the way early. No, fuck that. And I said 9 times out of 10, that's just a way of telling that man, no, I don't have no kids with you, but I have with somebody else. Let me give some names for you. Bridget Nielsen is fucking 54 years old and got a boyfriend that's 38 going on 39 years old, handled and laid down on her back and handled the business, that man, and she pregnant right now. So she ain't being selfish. She giving that man what the fuck he want, what she want too, because she got 3 small children herself and finna get this man a baby. So that's not selfish. That's not selfish on her part. But what I find selfish and fucked up to be is the fact that women, now I respect your question and everything, because maybe you have some children. Maybe you want to go ahead and get yours out the way, and whatever guy come in your life want kids or something like that, you probably push him out the way to make room for a little nothing happening, no job having ass nigga to have his babies. But we find it selfish because of the fact, because we sick and tired of women doing that shit. And there have been some women that have gave me some feedback on that shit as well. And they saying no names, said that they agree with Jimmy JSmoove and I said. It is fucking selfish on. And this is women telling me this. It's a woman can be so fucking low down selfish because of that shit. So it's not a way as being bashing. And see, and I stopped the question short because I want to set you straight there, Sabrina. We do find it selfish on a woman's part to tell us some shit like that. I want to go ahead and get my kids out the way. Bullshit. I ain't saying I'm not saying one chick's name. But there was one woman who I wanted to be with, Yeah, she ain't had two. Talking about she had her kids. She got her kids out the way when she had her first one at 19, and then turned around. She had her other one at 22, and said, "I stopped from then and there." True enough, I want to be with it and stuff like that. But women like that push guys like myself and Jimmy JSmoove and every other good guy around the corner that want some of these things out of the way to make room for niggas that ain't about shit. So yes, we had every right to call the women selfish, and they are selfish. So we understand your question, but we just feel that it is stupid for that statement to come out of a woman's mouth because they are selfish. The floor all yours. The mic is all yours, Jimmy.
Let me answer that question in my thing for women that say they want to go on and get their kids out the way early. And Craig is the tactful one, but I'm gonna just say it like a real nigga gonna say it. That is the stupidest shit any motherfucker in their life can say, male or female. First of all, when you call yourself getting your kids out the way, most kids graduate from high school in today's society from 16 to 19 years old. I'm just giving a simple demographic. Yes, there are 16-year-olds that have enough credit, and some school systems have it to where a 16-year-old can graduate from high school at the age of 16. We see it in college football all the time. When you're graduating at that age, you don't have a job just yet. So first of all, why would I create a kid and I can't feed the baby? Like Michael Jackson said, the late Michael Jackson, the legendary Michael Jackson once said,
God rest his soul.
If you can't feed the baby, don't have the damn baby. And we got too many niggas out here in this world in other groups of motherfuckers, because it ain't just black people. Let's just be real. It's a lot of people in this country that have babies and can't feed the baby. Let me tell you something, and it's gonna sound crazy as hell when I say it, and it's gonna sound like it's gonna sting, but it's gonna hurt. Kids are liabilities. Children are liabilities. What is a liability? By definition, a liability is something that takes money out of your pocket by definition. That's what the Webster Dictionary, the Oxford Dictionary, and every other dictionary in the world says. It's something that takes something out of your pocket or it devalues in time. This is not a diss to anybody that have children and diss to kids. I am not trying to devalue human life, but the truth of the matter is, in order for you to make a kid in order for a kid to be where he needs to be, there's cost to children. When the kid comes in this world, there's a medical cost. Then when you take him home, he has to eat. Otherwise, HS is going to come take your kids, and your kids going to be in one of those pedophile rings, which is called an adoption agency. Yeah, those are pedophile rings. I'll have another conversation at another time about that.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta feed the kid. The kid need milk. The kid need clothes. The kid need this. The kid needs that. If the baby gets sick, you need insurance. Those shits cost. And then kids grow out of their clothes. That's some more cost. There's reason why me and this man do not have kids of our own, because of the cost. There's a reason why dudes are 30 plus years old without kids. And it is a growing number of black men out here that don't have kids. Not because they're gay, because people want to throw that down low bullshit. No, because it's costing a motherfucker. They see motherfuckers out here have to go do some bullshit with child support and shit like that. Motherfuckers some of these dumbass dudes that have kids by some of these stupid ratchet ass females don't know the law like they should. So they're going through hell trying to at least see their kids. Hey, I want to come by and spend some time with my kids. Oh, no, you can't see your kids. Chicks like that need to be thrown under the jail because you taking value away from your kids. But let's go back to the other cost of the kids. Let's say your kid want to play baseball. That kid needs some baseball gloves, baseball bats, baseballs. He need a baseball cap so he won't get killed with a beanball. And yes, there have been baseball players that been killed by a beanball, but it hasn't happened since the 1920s. So, but he's gonna need material. If he want to play basketball, he need basketball uniform, need basketball shoes, which could cost hundreds, in some cases, thousands of dollars. So my point is, kids cost money. And you saying, well, I need to go on and get my kids out the way. What kind of bed buck bullshit is that? I'm not finna play with these people, because guess what? My mama didn't shoot the shit with me about my daddy, so I'm not finna shoot the shit with you about any kids out here. And this is no disrespect to any kids out here. I will never disrespect a child. But the thing is, the truth of the matter is, kids cost money. They eat up shit everywhere they go. They shit everywhere they go. Like everybody else does. It's cost to a children. It's cost to have kids. It's cost to have kids. Kids need shit. Kids grow out of shit. Kids, when your daughter grows up, and I'm not trying to sound perverted or anything, her booty starts sticking out, her titties start growing. So she gonna need some bras. She gonna need a girdle so dudes won't be seeing her booty jiggle all the fucking time. And I know this sound kind of explicit, but I have to talk the way I'm talking, because there's too many stupid motherfuckers out here saying dumbass, fool ass, tap dancing, bed wanks, bed bug bullshit. Like, I have to say this, and this is no disrespect to you, but it's stupidity right there. No wonder.
I agree.
No wonder dudes be like, and I'm not saying the dudes should do this, but no wonder dudes out here be like, well, I'm not going to take care of my kid. Now, I'm going to say this to you men out here that's thinking that. Motherfucker, take care of your goddamn kids. You laid up with that woman. You done skeeted in her cooch up in the cervix. Motherfucker, take care of your goddamn kids. So I'm gonna just put it to you like that. If you got kids, take care of them. Do what you got to do. Do what you need to do. I'm not co-signing any dusty, rusty ass nigga to do some stupid ass, dumb ass, fool ass shit like that. I am not embracing it. But there's reason why dudes do that. There's reason why dudes don't want to take care of their kids, because it costs to take care of a child. It costs to take care of a child. There's reasons why dudes have kids all over the place and don't take care of them. If it was easy to take care of them, some guys, depending on the person, would probably take care of their kids. But they realize, once they skeet in some of you women out here, they realize that, hey, this costs a lot of money. My kid needs some Pampers. My kid needs some clothes. I'm going to either do one or two things. Either I'm going to rob, steal, kill, which is why black crime is so bad, because a lot of these dudes got to take care of a kid. Or I'm going to just be a dusty ass nigga, a no good, nothing ass nigga, not take care of my kids out here. So, to all you women, I'm talking young, old, whatever, stop teaching your kids to get those motherfucking kids out the way. You don't need to get your kids out the way. What you do, you need to get your shit together and get your shit out the way so you can be able to provide and take care of your kids. I'm 34 years old, finna be 35 years old. If I was to have a child right now, I would be exactly 35 years old to have a child. So the thing is, wait as long as you possibly can, and wait as long as you can until you're able to take care of a kid. Then get your kids out the way. If you want to have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 kids, hey, that's cool. I prefer you to go on and get married. You know what I'm saying? Like my brother Craig did. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have kids, but he had stepchildren and stuff like that, which I'll tell you more about that on a later show, when that's most likely going to be on my show. But the thing is, do things the right way. Do things in order. There's a reason why dudes out here are not having kids so fast. Black women are still having children, but the thing is, they're sharing baby daddies with the same 3 niggas in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So,
and I may cut you off on that. I seen my share of that shit right there. Motherfucker sharing the same goddamn baby daddy and shit, man. I'm like, man, y'all some stupid head. And I'm gonna say this, women be stupid as hell in that department too, and not give no fucks.
Right.
My bad, man. Look, what's okay? My bad. And we'll advertise my own play there. But man, yeah, like Jimmy was saying that I was being very tactful about it because I really was trying not to say because I try my best not to say the wrong thing. And sometimes when I do say the wrong thing, or let alone in my case, when I say the right thing, people take shit out of context either way. Everything what Jimmy said on here, he is correct. And I always say like this, you know, kids are like a bill.
Exactly.
You know, you made it, take care of it. That's the shit that kills me with niggas, man. Like, like in my instance, you know, like I seen shit. The thing that killed me though, and we discussed it on one of my past shows. I can't stand when a guy get this baby mama pregnant, and get his baby mama pregnant, like she got a hold, like he really got a hold on her and shit. Caught himself trying to play a psychological warfare with their ass. And then when the good guy come around, date them and all this other little shit, all of a sudden the baby daddy want to act stupid like motherfucker. Man, I don't want no nigga around my child, man. But she ain't with you no more, nigga. You laying up with him, you laying up for free with another one and got a child by us. What the fuck? You
Exactly.
know, that's some shit. And seeing and that shit gives men like that a bad look, man. And something, and I quoted something what my mom said one time. She said women that do some shit like that be having all these damn children by all these different men and let alone be talking and saying that stupid ass shit what we just said about get my kids on out the way early because I don't want to have no more. They make women that want children look bad.
Exactly.
And I agree with my moms and shit, man. She even admitted she said she wish she had another one after me, but said she ain't want to go through all that the pain of the living and shit no more, and didn't want nobody cutting her stomach. I agree with her on that, you know. But man, it just kills me, man. That and that these women today, these girlish ass acting grown women today, still have that fucking mentality. But I'm gonna tell you what's really making some of these girls look, these little ass girls with grown women age look bad. Motherfucker, women that's 35 and 45 popping these babies out like it ain't about shit. And they ain't got and shit. They ain't got no problem giving a man what they want. So what's y'all, if women that's like my age, Jimmy's age, and older than me, like in they 40, early mid 40s and mid to late 40s, still out there, still popping healthy babies out, what's your problem? They ain't saying, well, after my kids grown, I won't do that no more and all that little shit. But I'm gonna do it for you. That if that's what you, but since that's what you want, I'm gonna do it for you. Okay, that's fine and good. They ain't being stupid about that. They're being considerate. If I can say that, you know. But that'd be the
Yep.
problem with that'd be the problem with these women today, man. They teach their daughters and shit. Hey, go ahead, gonna knock them out early. So whatever good man they come, they ain't got no children. He just like accept what you got here and there and stuff, this and that. And then when I tell women like I don't have, hey, I ain't got no children of my own. Well, what's wrong with you? The fuck you mean what's wrong with me? Shit, if I ain't got it, I ain't got it. And like I said on the last show, there were two women that I considered wanted to have children with them, but I don't know what the fuck went down. I get one of the women, one young ladies, she live in the East Coast now. Uh, Shit. I guess she got mad with me because I had left. She got mad with me because went to basic training and shit. And next thing I know, I mean, I'm put it like this, man. I mean, she's nice looking. And I come back, she got a boyfriend. She got a boyfriend. The motherfucker look about as motherfucker skinny as hell. I'm like, okay, So we had a fallout from that ever since then. So And they ain't been talking to me and the other girl. I mean, she hurried up after high school. She hurried up and got her my bad, y'all. I was looking off. She hurried up and got her damn what's that, a hysterectomy? Did they call it?
Yeah, I
And
think
she hurried up and got her a hysterectomy. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, oh okay. But that's another story at another time.
yeah,
But we're not bashing Sabrina's question, and the finishing part of that was, I guess what she was trying to say was, why would we, she just wanted to know why would we say that women are selfish like that? I guess probably in her situation, she probably, guess probably in her situation that she has some children or whatnot or whatever. And what the
but it is. We just have to be real. It is selfish because if you if you if you take your time and have kids when you're financially able to, or when you have a strong family foundation to where both parties are able to financially take care of them, it becomes a lot better as opposed to you just rushing out here and being a baby mama machine. Because the thing is, dudes, dudes my age ain't trying to date no woman with a gang of kids because we want kids of our own. But a lot of these women out here that a lot of these women out here that have kids that call themselves getting them out the way. You know what I'm saying? We kind of like, man, hell no, we ain't trying to fuck with you. And then these very same women will get mad at us when we say we not trying to fuck with somebody with kids, and we're only right. You know what I'm saying? We only right to do that because hell, what dude that got his shit together is gonna get with a woman that's like, well, I don't want no more kids. You know what I'm saying? And he's trying to pass down some inheritance. He ain't trying to pass down to some inheritance to some of your dumbass kids that you have. He's not trying to pass that down to him. He wants a bloodline. He wants to preserve a bloodline. And people are not looking at that. They just want to go on and get these kids out the way and be able to have the power to tell a man no. And we gonna exercise our power to be like, hey, I'm gonna use my power to not even fuck with your ass because you're not trying to give me no kids. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why you see older men date extremely younger women. That is the reason for that. That's the reason why you see guys be in places like Brazil, places like Venezuela, places like Colombia, and other exotic islands to find women because of shit like that. Stinking thinking like that. So it is what it is. I'm done with this particular question. You take us to another one if you got one.
No, I guess those are the only two. So we don't have no more. But so I'm done with the subject myself, and we're not bashing. Like I said, we ain't bashing Sabrina's question. We just she just wanted to know why she just asked us why would say that it's selfish on a woman, and we just gave her a breakdown, a thorough breakdown, uh, of why we said it.
Yeah, most definitely.
So, well, than that, man, you got anything? And you got anything there?
Just chill mode, man. Just chilling right now, man. But no, not really, man. I'm a lot of the fights didn't go the way I wanted to. But by the way, congratulations to Luis Ortiz in boxing. His daughter they just recently found a cure for her cancer, and he got a devastating knockout win over this putty patroller, as I call him. I can't even pronounce that dude's name. He was just a putty patroller. He treated him like one after getting knocked out by Tuscaloosa's own Deontay Wilder. You know what I'm saying? Who a lot of people feel like the real heavyweight champion. You know the story with Anthony Joshua in that situation. But the guy, Deontay Wilder, recently defeated after knocking him out. He got a devastating knockout win of his own, and he told the crowd up in LA that they found a cure for his daughter's cancer because at first he had to stay in Cuba. In Cuba, they do have medical good medical treatment out there in Cuba, but it's certain medical breakthroughs that they don't have in Cuba. So he had to defect, and I think he went without seeing his daughter for 5 years. Still married to his wife. He went 5 years without seeing his daughter, and he went through a lot of hell. He was getting peanuts to box people, and please believe boxing is a brutal sport, and he's in the heavyweight division, so one punch can change the entire game. So I don't know what his purse was last night, but I'm pretty sure him being without him, he got a pretty good purse. But he gave the crowd what they wanted, and that was a devastating knockout. He told the crowd that his daughter had a cure for cancer, and I have much respect for him. Regardless of me being a Deontay Wilder fan, I got a lot of respect for Luis Ortiz, and nobody wants to fight him. I think though him and Deontay Wilder are the two guys nobody want no smoke with. So congratulations to Luis Ortiz on that victory, man, and shout out to his daughter if he's listening, because I know his manager Jay Jimenez, he actually follows me on Instagram. So shout out to him and Jay Jimenez as well. So much respect to that, and that's all I got to say about the boxing / combat sports news. So great show again. Appreciate you for having me again. A little late start. Me and my guys was wrapping up. Was trying to come up with a game plan on some things. So I dragged ass about taking the call, but hey, you know what I'm saying. If anytime you call me, man, I'm gonna be available. You know what I'm saying. Especially you doing a live stream, but it was a little things had to get squared away, and we try to come up with some great things so we can put some little cheddar in my pocket. So stay tuned, guys, man, and thanks for having me again, Craig.
Oh, no problem, man. No problem. And then, as Jimmy, like I always say, check out Jimmy JSmoove's YouTube page, Jimmy JSmoove Network. And hey, check out my page, Craig Jericho. So my subscribers numbers can go up. Hell, I've been having the same 44 subscribers for I don't know how long. But shoot, man, I think on the good side though, I may have to get ready to buckle down and try to trade my car in probably sometime this week. Yeah, I finally got that fucking fixed, man. Put the new radiator in and shit. And shit, yesterday, man, I was checking. I drove it around a bit, make sure it was running pretty good. Then I get up and then I get ready to like turn in the driveway. Motherfucker start stopping and shit. So something to check told me to wait till my engine cool off and check the engine to see if I had oil in the engine. Man, some water got up in that motherfucker. So probably what I'm gonna have to do, I'm gonna drain it out. Probably do my own oil change, or hell, I'll probably just take it up to Walmart and let them do that shit. Drain all that shit out, get the oil change, do engine flush and all that shit, and get back to working. I'm gonna drive around. I'm gonna trade that bad boy in, cause shit, I had that car for 4 years, so it's time for the new one. I'm probably gonna I ain't gonna get no SUV or no truck, so this probably just give me like a little mid-sized car, big enough for me to drive around. Get myself from point A to point B. If my note be a little bit higher, fuck it, do what I got to do and do that. And yeah, man, I had a job interview at my job, man. That went pretty well. So I got 4 more people to interview for that position. So because come to find out of 70 people interviewed for, so and most of them were all outside folks. So outside the company folks, and so they've been interviewing the ones in house, some that's in house and shit. So hopefully I get it, man. Put a little bit more cheddar in my pocket.
Yeah, whatever can upgrade you. If you feel like you got to stay in the 256 a little bit longer just to get some money in your pocket, I think that's a hell of a game plan. But I think Nashville, you might have to get your money. I know you're gonna have to get your money up in Nashville.
Yeah,
If you can find a great job that's paying what you weigh out there in Nashville, do that. But I suggest Texas. Maybe Atlanta if you can swing that way. You know what I'm saying? But I prefer Texas. over anything. But if you can find something better in another city, you know, then hey, do your thing, man. But good luck to
Yeah,
you on that.
yeah. I got to discuss the other part with you off here. So,
Okay, no problem. No, absolutely no problem.
all right, yep. So, all right, y'all. On behalf of Jimmy JSmoove, representing the 2832, y'all know how you do. This is Craig L. Smith II. Got to sign off on another good edition of Let's Draw on Something, episode 20. More college football talk and other happenings that's been going around. So until then, y'all, peace out.
Most definitely, most definitely.
All right.